A new chapter in North American trade signed in southernmost South America at the G20 summit in Argentina.
This is a model agreement that changes the trade landscape forever, and this is an agreement that, first and foremost, benefits working people.
The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement replaces the North American Free Trade Agreement. It had transformed the trade of everything from avocados to the Zacaton root used to make brushes. Trump claimed NAFTA put Americans out of work with unfair trade practices.
It's one of the worst deals I've ever seen.
So how different is USMCA?
The goal of the Trump administration, their stated goal, is to bring back auto manufacturing to the United States.
And that means increasing how much of a vehicle's content must be made in its country of origin. Under NAFTA, it was just over 60%. Now it's 75%. When NAFTA took effect during the early days of the internet in 1994, there were no e-commerce rules. USMCA has a whole chapter on it. And NAFTA all but fenced off Canada's dairy industry from competition. Now US rivals will have greater access to its market. But if Trump says he's protecting American auto workers, Canada's Prime Minister was quick to remind him that automaker GM had only a few days ago announced it's cutting 14,000 jobs in both countries.
The recent plant closures by General Motors, which affects thousands of Canadian and American workers and their families, are a heavy blow. Make no mistake, we will stand up for our workers and fight for their families and their communities. And Donald, it's all the more reason why we need to keep working to remove the tariffs on steel and aluminum between our countries.
And while Mexico expects those metal tariffs to be lifted now this new deal is in place, it isn't clear when that might happen for Canada. It appears there are limits to free trade, two words conspicuously absent from USMCA's title. USMCA took more than a year of often bitter negotiations and has to be ratified by each country's legislature. But for the US, there's a crucial get-out, a sunset clause that means this trade pact is up for renegotiation in 16 years' time. Owen Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.